All right, you guys. The White House are doomed to fall. And see, today, brothers and sisters, we cannot deny the fact that the Christian race is responsible for the universal corruption in the land and seas from the same corruptions their own hands have made will come. Their doom. See, the Christian preach that which they do not do and cannot do, such as love your neighbors. I have yet to meet one where love his neighbor as dead himself. Thou shalt not kill. I have yet to meet such a Christian. See, they even fight against each other. You see, rob and kill each other, but yet represent themselves as world peacemakers with whom? See, the great deceivers of the world will reap what they have sown. Have they not corrupted many people? A nation under disgust of peaceful, loving Christians? The Christian rest is full of these worst crimes, practicing evil to the fullest, and seeking to practice them by other nations as well. The universal temporary ever parading before the world. They both have new girls and women. They are before your eyes in almost everything we see. Murdering, gambling, robbery, drunkenness, drugs, adultery, lying. You see, there's hardly any end to it. The lands and seas are filled with deadly weapons of wars. The islands of the seas are filled with corruptions. But all of the nations of earth, where they are proud and boastful, and are despised and hated, according to their wishes. The religion we see of Christianity is a curse to us, the black man. It is full of slavery teachings today. See, they have poisoned the Bible with they adding to, taken from the truth. Now their doom is in sight. It is their own work today. They command the sea with their powerful navies, parking off the sword of the nations. They secure the air base on their soil to place their deadly bombs carrying plane within easy striking distance of those whom they fear to be the enemies. Is this not the easy way to make an enemy? Is this the act of a real Christian? You see, the follower of Jesus, whom they preached, came for the peace of mankind and the teaching of the sheathing of the sword and the turning of the other cheek. Where's the good Christian amongst this race? They love meddling other people's affairs. They are in ever fight a war if it matters not with whom or where, but yet crying peace, peace, with every deadly weapons of war to provoke other nations to war. Shall not the God of peace and justice deal with you and your troublemaking as he did with those before you? I warn every one of you, my people, fly to God with me for refuge. As I warn you, the judgment of this world has arrived. Get out of the slave making Christianity and to the right religion of Islam. To the house you are in shall surely fall and never rise again. The destruction and fall of the world that we have known is now without a doubt in process. When we refer to the world, we are referring to the world of the white man. For the world of the black man have yet to come in. The world of the black man by divine guidance is now merging in on the old world of the white race. This makes the destruction and fall of the world of the white man. Here in America, we cannot see nothing but the fall of America. It is no secret today. It is obvious to the eyes that are open. If we want to close the eyes and minds and claim that we do not see and understand, then we'll just be falling ourselves. This refuse to see is foolhardy regardless to how we may desire to see the old world stand. We do not have the power to starve off the destruction that calls the world or the white man to fall. Destruction and power that is bringing about the fall of the world of the white man is coming from Allah God. In the past history of the world of the white man, there was never a time of destruction of his world like the present time. It is useless for you to try to prevent the fall of the white man's world. See, there is no checking it. The right race has not tried to do the right thing, justice. The doing the justice would have checked her fall. The Bible, Jeremiah. But America was never willing, and even at this hour, she is not willing to do justice by those who she has mistreated today. The black and brown. She has dealt injustice to her black one slave for nearly 500 years that she had been in the Western hemisphere. America has constantly burdened the poor black slave with every evil that she can imagine. Evil scientists who have invented more and more evil practices have not been able to invent any more evil than that which they have already put out. See, day and night, without a letter, the white man mistreat the poor black slave. And now, since heaven and the God of peace, justice, freedom, equality have come to the black slave, the white man is trying to make everyone to recognize the truth, deviate from it. The white man says, do not accept it. He will make the black man hypocrite against his own starvation. The white man trusts the one who have not as yet accepted the truth of their starvation and promise them that which he would never be able to fulfill. America is falling. She is now losing the power and authority that she was enjoying in foreign lands. Her fall is very visible. Ever authorities have now been exiled, the people are now crying out in one voice, leave us. Leave us, America. Go home to America. Citizens of other countries are telling American citizens to leave us. America, go home to America. See, the citizens of other countries are telling American citizens, leave us. America no longer have friends. America and England deposited little brother Israel on foreign soil. The Palestinians, which is Arab land. They deprived the Arabs of their own land and sent them into the exile. This injustice we see against the Arabs is now causing America the power and authority that she once exercised in the East. She is on her way out of the Near East. We see this means bloodshed and plenty of it. We see in the Near East there stand navies which are neither American nor British. They are there to drive America out. See, the skies over there are beginning to thicken with foraging planes carrying deadly weapons, guns, and bombs. They will not be satisfied as long as Israel is in Palestine. The boil have come to a bursting point. We are in a troubled world. We are in a world that is now erupting. Black man who was once a slave in America, you have a way of escape. See, the way out is now your own terms. It is on the condition that you submit to Allah God and come follow me. It's the only way out. I'm the door and have the keys to your starvation. Reject it and die. We are in a world that is falling. It will soon be going up in flame. In Germany, the Cold War between East and West will soon erupt into a hot war. It will never be settled in peace. East and West, you see, Germany must and will fight it out with all the deadly weapons that the war scientists have planted and perfect for the final showdown. You do not have to worry too much about whether or not America coming out of Asia. Certainly, America is coming out of Asia. Odds are against her staying there. But I warn you, my black people, my black brothers here in America, that while she is on the way home, we the black people are standing in the crossfire. The only hope that we have is to fly to our refuge and allow God in such a time as this. Look at what is going on in the south of us. Look at many hijacks stick up the planes. You see, America's afraid to put a stop to the hijack, for she knows that she's going to run into more than she expects. Who would have thought that the big power of America would suffer such disgrace in this day and time? This is to teach you and me, black brothers and brown brothers, that the great power of America is becoming weak. She is falling. I said, black brothers and brown brothers, join to your own kind. Come follow me, for the world that you and I have known will soon be no more. The days of America downfall. Allah manifest the fall of America. Desire to make America fall as a warning to her brother in Europe. See, white Americans in Germany, Allah has taught me, are the most wicked of the right race. The wicked deed that have been performed and are still being performed by white Americans upon the so-called the slave are the worst and annal of history. They have been clever enough in their wickedness to make the so-called nigger slave love them, though they are their open enemies and murderers. Allah and the person Master Fly Muhammad, whom praise are due forever, now judge the American whites and is causing America fall and total destruction. See, Egypt under Pharaoh is an example for fulfilling the signs and other prophecies of the doom of these people as foretold by the prophet from Noah to Jesus. Moses and Jesus are the most outstanding prophets in the history of the Caucasian race for this past 4,000 years. There are several others, contemporaries, but Moses and Jesus are the major prophets of the right race history. The whole of the civilized world today, as prophesied in Isaiah, is against this white man of America. Allah hates the wicked American whites and threatened to remove them from the face of this earth, since white America and the white race in general have deceived the entire world of black people and their brothers now, listen, and their brothers now, brown, red, and yellow. Allah is now causing people to wake up and see the right race as it really is, the created enemies of the darker people. Now, there's a lot of black YouTubers like Crummy Brown, a lot of these YouTubers dissing brown pride, their brothers, man. See, we was all shaped up in iniquity, man. We all been blind, dumbfounded. We haven't known who's our brothers. We haven't even known who's God. You see, so in a nutshell, we have percent out of ignorancy. We haven't known our people. So for those black people getting on these platforms and talking about Spanish, because black people, they never come out and protest the way that Latinos fighting today, man. Shame of you, man. Shame of you calling this out. Because this gonna happen to you. And what's gonna happen when we don't stand up in a time like this, y'all? What's gonna happen? They're gonna come on black folks. See, you gotta know who this enemy is. We knew this enemy long enough. And since white America and the white race in general had to see the entire world of the black people, their brethrens now. You got to know who your brethrens is. Brown, red, and yellow. Wake up. Allah is now causing people to wake up and see the right race as it really is. The created enemy are the darker people. And as we see today, there's a general awakening of darker people into the knowledge of self and the knowledge of their age 6,000 year enemy all over there. The American white race cannot sincerely give the so called Negro, the slave, a square deal. She only desired to deceive them. Now, those are brothers out there fighting for us, man. Fighting. And see, we've been blind, y'all. We've been blind from birth. We haven't come to understanding of who our brothers is. Who is our real brothers? Who's our brethrens? Shame, man. Shame, man. Shame on black folks, man, that's making YouTube channels, man. Shame on them, man. Because when this happened to the black folks, when this happened to us next, when we next, it's like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do, man? Let's go, man. Today, America is trying against her will to get the so-called Negro civil rights, which is against the very nature and will of the white race. For the first time since this black man had been here, America fought to offer him social equality to tame parts of the country. This social equality consists mostly of permitting the American black race to mix openly with the white man and his women's, the devils now. The actual idea, however, is to grant the so-called Negro social equality amongst the lower class of whites. See, this is done so that the scriptures wherein they prophesy that the white man tempts and corrupts the so-called Negro with his women might be fulfilled. God has taught me that the white race was grafted unlike, and being unlike, is able to attract the black man and black woman, getting them to do all evil known to the white race. One of the prophets of the Bible prophesied in regard to America as the morning star aboard upon the mountains, a great and strong people set in battle array. Job chapter 2, verse 2. This is a setting nation for a showdown to determine who will live on earth. The survival is to build a nation of peace, to rule the people of the earth forever under the guidance of Almighty God, Allah, with the nation setting forth for a final war at this time. God plead for his people, the inheritors of the earth, the so-called Negro. The so-called Negro is the prey of the white man of America and being held firmly in this white man's powers, along with 2 million Indians who must be redeemed at this time, and will be if the so-called Negro return to his Redeemer. The problem of the American black man is his unwillingness to be separated from his 400-year-old enemy. The problem, therefore, is harder to solve, especially when the enemy is trying to fascinate the Negro with his lower class girls and women, are rating them partly nude before the Negro in every public news, media, cheap daily newspaper and magazine, radio, television, and the Negro is quick to intimidate. The problem between these two people, separation, so-called Negro, so that they may be accepted, respected as equal, or superior to the nation must be solved. This is God's promise to the so-called Negro, the lost and found members of the original black nation of the earth. The problem was made through the mouth of his prophets, the Bible and Quran, that he would separate us from our enemies and dignify and make us the master after this wicked race had been judged and destroyed for his own evil. But as I says, the solving of this problem, which means the redemption of the Negro, is hard to do since he loved his enemy. See the Bible, Deuteronomy 18:15, Psalms, Isaiah, Matthew 25:32, Revelation chapter 14. We see the manifestation of Allah and judgment between the so-called Negro and the enemy of God and the nation of Islam. But make the so-called Negro see and know his enemy, himself, his people, is God and His religion, rejection of self. We hear the statement of black educational, political, and Christian classes, which express their love for the white man, probably asking to be his brother, if not his brother-in-law. Now, this class want to make it clear to the world that they really love the white race and not the black race. This means that they want to be right instead of black. You see, the devil had made them hate black. They reject the thought of black ever being a ruler or equal with the rulers. They act boldly from inferiority, not only for themselves, but for their people. They want to assert themselves and their kind, especially the so-called American Negro, into a race of white people that end in black race. It's just the opposite of Allah, God, myself, and my fathers. See, we want out completely. We want no claim to a kinship with a people who by nature are not our kin. Read from Genesis to Revelation, and the Bible from Surah chapter 2 to Surah 114 of the Holy Quran. By no means are the so-called Negro and the white kin. We see God did not create them brothers, nor did He create them to ever become brothers. You see, one is created enemy against the other. And since the righteous are more powerful than the wicked, Allah, the God of the righteous, set a time of reckoning for an enemy, the white man of the righteous. Separation. We want separation. We want a home on this earth we can call home. We want to go for self and lead the enemy who have been sentenced to death by Allah. Revelation 20, verse 10, 14, from the day he was created. See this subject in the Bible and Quran. No one, white, black, brown, red, yellow, can prove to me by any scriptures of Allah, God, sent by one of the prophet of Allah, God, that we should not be separate from the right race, and that we should believe and follow the religion dictated, shaped, and formed by the right race, the Theotican. The coming of Allah and the judgment of the wicked world is made clear by the prophet saying of the prophet, so-called reverence, and a proud intellectual class are doomed to destruction with the enemy if they remain with him, said to join in to Allah, God who loved them and who would deliver them in the nation of Islam. The so-called Negro masters must be warned of the great mistake they make in falling to leaderships, and of those who love and befriend their murderers. This will not give them freedom or civil rights. America is falling. Her doom has come, and none said the prophet shall help her in her days of her downfall. The Bible, God plead with you to fly out of America and seek refuge in Him. Revelation 18, verse 4. If Satanic would change your mind about falling a doomed people, and people who hate you and your kind, and who calls one who teaches the truth about them being the haters today. They are the producer of hate of us. We are with God and the righteous. The days of trouble. You see, these days of trouble has now come to us from Almighty God Allah, God who is the real owner of the heavens and earth. Allah, God, created from himself a heaven, and then He let it out to a forged and right race for them to enjoy themselves in it for a while. They have proved unworthy of such glorious creation. And now the God who is the owners of this heaven and earth is ready to take over and rule it for Himself. Now never no more will the earth, nor the heavens of the earth, be let out to none owners. It is great wisdom taught to us. Let new creatures, right race, try their knowledge, and master that which they were not made to master, which we knew when we made them that they would not be able to master. the original creation, for long. For as long as we, black people, are the planet, there is no new creatures that could be put in order for ruling that which we already have, and we are in it. With such a wise piece of work that had been done, the wisdom, knowledge, understanding of the original of this creation is just. There is no comparison anywhere to make. There is no such thing that the originators can put the planet aside out of the whole and let someone else take over. See, this race, the right race, had not been successful in ruling according to their will and according to their real owner. For the right race have to use the originators, materials that himself has created. There is nothing of which this white man can call himself the creator. So therefore, since the white man continued to make trouble, which by nature he was made to do, we do not see any way out of trying to live with the white man in peace. The nature of the white man is ever causing unrest amongst himself, amongst us too. The white man just cannot make peace for himself because of his nature. Today God has decided that we, the black people, cannot get along with the white man in peace, and that the white man must be removed. The white race wants to remove us, the black people. But in order for the white man to remove us, the black man, he will have to move the whole entire heaven and make the heaven vote anything like life. And then from a vote, we have to just start all over again and create life. For the life in the universe is life that we, the black people, have established it. Therefore, to get away from our own life, which was created by the black man so that new life can come in, we'll have to rid the space of life, which belonged to us, the black man. And when the space was with a life that we, the black people, have created, another one will have to create life of its own making. We, the poor black people and brown people here in America, must be chained into a new and different people altogether. So Allah God, who came in the person of Master Fala Muhammad, to whom praise are due forever, taught me. But now a complete make of us will be renewed from what we are in now. We call it a new thing. There will come a day when we, the black people and brown people, will have a complete new thing from man and earth and the heaven above us. But according to the scientists, God will cause this to grow into a new thing and a complete destruction of the old, where there is no root to grow something from, and at this time. See, the thing that Allah God would like to do now and would do is destroy the works of the devil. As the devil would like to destroy God's work, which God has created. The devil cannot destroy God's creation because the devil has no part in the creation of the first creation. And since the devil has no part in the first creation, this makes the devil unable to lay hold into the power that will destroy the first work of God. See, the main thing which I keep mentioning enough to make you discuss is something for the black man in America who has spent his life long and sleeping in ignorancy and the knowledge of that which he is in. But as soon as this black man can awaken to the knowledge of this that he is in, he can lay hold to that which he did not have knowledge of, is that the black man is the creator of the first creation. Allah God wants to put the black man back into power. The way the black man can be put back into power is Allah has to make the black man all over again to master power, after giving the black man the authorities. Look at the poor, once pitiful black man in America. Look how he tried to reach for himself. He's now making a fast progress in that which God leave for him to understand. His black man conversation has changed. His black man way of thinking has changed. His astrophysical form has changed. It's a great thing that have come to the black man in America. Black man in America is getting happier and happier. It's not hard for this black man in America to get rich. He's getting rich from his own wisdom. See, no one have given him anything. As the Bible teacher of the son, no one gave into him, but he's getting rich so fast. God chose the son to become the head of the house that he has strayed away from. The future of the black man is so beautiful that we can hardly comprehend it. The biggest thing that stands before us is qualification. And the reading is, let us get qualified to master the house that God has given to us. For someone tried to rob us of that master in the house. If they rob us of the master in the house, I'm sorry for us. I said to you, black brothers and black sisters, do not be foolish. The kingdom of heaven will be given to you and to me. Have patience to receive it. But to get the house into our service, it's like a mother giving birth to a baby. The baby must mature in that which he is in. As the baby mature in the womb of the mother in order to be born, so the black man must mature to be born into a new world. But the black man must build himself. These are the days of trouble. Pledged by God, America is doomed. With the end of the rule of the white race over the black people of the earth in sight, face to face, we have to deal with each other according to the actual fact which exists between the two nations, black and white. The nature and desire of the white race to continue their rule and suggestion of the darker people, even though the white man recognized these facts, he will continue to try holding on into his possessions, his rule, his suggestion, his thinking of what he has inquired under such rule, that which is his. He cannot give up the prey, his concessions, the merchandise which he has exploited out from under the nose and eyes of the real owners, black man, is willing to shed the blood of his own people and of that of others to hold into that which he called his legal possession. See, the spirit arose and the black man says no, that the continent and what is on and under its surface belong to him and his people, black nation. This spirit and knowledge is now only confined to African Asia, the black, brown, yellow people, but it actually is now arising an American so-called Negro, the true laws and found brothers of the black man throughout the earth. Whether it be Africa or Asia, he is a brother of them all. It is the desire of the white race to continue to hold power and authorities over black Africa, whether it is or elsewhere. They would just have to give it up. You see, England, Germany, and Italy and France, especially England and France and Skeleton Germany, seem to be diehards. The white man will be acting wisely if they will realize that one day, sooner or later, they must pack up and leave. Wherefore, I quote the Bible prophecy concerning the separation of nations. Again today, as it was before. Every man must go to his own. This is the clearest and most direct justice a God and man can agree upon. The white man cannot live in luxury unless he has this black man his place of possession and suggestion to his will. But as I repeatedly says in this paper and all of my writings, cannot make God and his prophet liars, nor can we reverse time or the prediction in which these things would take place. Time have come. It's nothing but justice that we have possession of what is our own. The white man is conscious of the fact that he had deceived the black man of the knowledge of the black man and his possessions. But that particular authority was given divinely temporarily. But by that same divinity, it is now being taken from the white race. The white race is facing doom because she will not act according to justice and righteousness, which was not by nature put in her. But this is known, and the race is frightened concerning her future, as we see here in America. The white man recognized his coming doom, and many of them were to die here and go elsewhere outside of America to try to defend what they call their own independent sovereignty. Some have poured gasoline over themselves, committed suicide by setting themselves on fire. This is a very new and open act of a people who want every other people, black, brown, red, and yellow on earth, to fight their wars, to save their independency. A ruthless and brutal people like America, England, and Germany should be ashamed in this modern time to look for these people when they have robbed it, killed it, murdered it, and brought under force, to think that today they should be so soundly asleep that they ignore the time and authority that they can unite as Europeans has been doing against black Africa and brown and yellow Asia. As the book says to the white race, as thou hast done, so shall it be done to you. The white man must return to Europe and concentrate on that continent for his future, else concentrate on his death instead of his life. For they can no longer rule the black and the brown. The black man now knows where his home is now rising up to take possession of that which is his. America doom, fear, Allah, and the person of Master Flah Muhammad, to whom praise are due forever, for finding an office to set us in heaven at once. Our submission to him entirely. We fear the doom of America is now cutting her to pieces. The prophecy teach us that her doom will come in one day. Death, mourning came in one day. One day means 1 year. Even after that, she should be burned, my brothers and sisters, with fire. Divine prophecy is that America will suffer isolation from the nation of the earth. Now you get these idiot black people that's on here. They don't like seeing America burning with fire. Well, Babylon, because Babylon's referred to America. See, when it's time that you will have to leave here, when time fire is going to come and burn. See, y'all people got to get used to being out in that wilderness, because America don't have no permanent home for you. She don't have a future. She don't have a departure for you. Death is coming here on this earth, brothers and sisters, which each of us will have to experience. We all going to have to leave at some point. We can't hold on and live this world forever. We should be happy that a deliverer has come, and quit trying to hold on to what you've been promised to. Now let's go. We fear the doom of America that is now cutting her to pieces. The prophecy teaches us that her doom will come in one day. Death, mourning came in one day. 1 day means 1 year. Even after that, she should be burned with fire. Divine prophecy is that America will suffer isolation from the nation of the earth. The revelation of John and the Bible prophecy of America's doom. America is spoken of under the savage name of a beast, dragon who opposes the messenger of God, and all those seeks to follow him. See, beast, dragon are the name used to represent America because of their nature and their characteristics of these people, evil and haters of his black one slaves. The beast, dragon, trolls women seeking to destroy the messengers and his followers. the new convert. Messenger of Allah is referred to as a woman with a newborn baby, with a victorious beast-like enemy trails her, messenger God, everywhere that he goes. The beast does this to prevent the messengers and is forward from making progress and making friends with his own black people. He will help the messengers to convert and unite his black people in not only the United States of America, but the whole world of the black nation. To unite and fly out of our enemies who seek to destroy and kill you and me night and day does not just mean leaving America, but it means also to lead the ideologically in all that America represents. You have to leave America because this land of the free that you've been promised, you've been fabricated lies. You're gonna have to get up and leave and pack your things, man. So you get these idiots, you know what I mean, our own idiot black people, man. Well, we got to defend our home. This was never ours. We were just living here. Since when you can have a land you can call your own, a land you can be comfortable living in peace. You haven't found peace here. There haven't been peace. This is a temporary home for you. See, you get stupid black people, y'all. And I want y'all to hear me, man. You get these idiots, man. Idiots. They don't know who their brother are. They don't know how to stand today, man. Today you won't have to stand. I don't care, you know what I mean, how things get rough, man. You can't sit in the house and hide and avoid problems. You got to look at our problems we have today, man. Our brothers is here, man. And they fight, man. And they stand up on business, you know. And see, when people say, well, why they raising that Rasta flag into the United States and burning the United States flags? Look, man, these people have a home in the United States, man. This is part of theirs, man. And they ain't finna sit here and argue with my own black people, man. But this is theirs, this as much as ours, man. You gotta understand, black and brown people have problems here in America, man. And these people stand up for what is right. Just think about it. If they violate you and take your amendment rights from you and said that, you know what I mean, immigration don't have no rights coming here. When this supposed to be the land of the free, man. A land where people should be coming here. You have crisis. If you're dealing with crisis from your hometown, you should be able to come here in peace. No problems. Not being harassed. So let's go, man. To unite and fly out of our enemies who seek to destroy and kill you and me night and day does not mean leaving America. But it means also to lead ideologically all that America represents, this sexual indoctrination. It's okay that boys can be with boys and girls can be with girls and man can be with man and woman with woman. Does it make any sense for you that America can violate education policies, change the law, make the law for themselves as they always made the law for themselves? And we see the nation, Europe and Asia, stood far away of fear for burning USA and for fear of a divine pledge. To you, my black people, the end is now. Who said that you were going any place? See, heaven and hell are both a condition of life. See, they are not places. The devil make hell for you. God in the person of Master Fly Muhammad, to whom praise are due forever, make heaven for you and me. This is not America. I want to say this. America is not a permanent place for you. This is only a temporary home for you. People see when black people get on here and trying to defend white America, this is not our permanent home, y'all. We just You know what I mean? We just here passing through. This is temporarily, man. This is temporary. This is an old world that's temporarily, y'all. In order for this old world to die out, in order for God to bring in a new world, this old world must fade, must die. So my to my black people, to you guys that be thinking that y'all gotta defend this country. Nah, you don't have to defend America, man. Cause what God's gonna do to it, He's gonna do to it, and there's nothing you can do. This thing's gonna be set up as the book of Peter. It's gonna be fervent fire and heat, and you're not gonna be here to survive it. So therefore, it's teach us what kind of people you gotta be. You gotta be holy. You gotta be sanctified. You gotta be holy. You gotta be a holy people, man. Because this day is going to be kept with fervent fire and heat. And it's going to be a day of remembrance. It's going to be a day of joy. No more pain, sorrows. If you're living in the condition of America and you want something, see, you want something to change, and you think change is going to come. Change only going to come when God destroy this earth. That's when the change is going to come in. Don't look for your world leaders, your presidents that you can vote on for a change to come. God comes in the midst of time. And when He comes with the final judgment, and when He comes and these pleasures is here, there's nothing we can say, nothing we can do. This is part of earth experience, man. So when people be saying that how dare people want America to burn, man, this guy gotta burn. It gotta happen. It have to be prophesized, be coming into fulfillment. It's not a joke to be playing. It's not a joke to be lollygagging. This is a serious matter. So America has to end her own doom. The ultimate aim of this world should be known to everyone, especially the righteous. We are classified, the righteous, as being the people who belong to the right God. The God of righteousness, truth, freedom, justice, and equality are the nation of righteousness. Today, the so-called American Negro must be resurrected and made to know and understand the faint that anyone will follow be deceived by the art deceiver. See, we was deceived all our life. We haven't come to know who we are. You haven't come to acknowledge yourself, your kind. You don't even know who your brother were. You didn't know who God was. Our people are in bad shape, man. Our people need to be repaired. Because right now in America, you see immorality is now here. And people will get underneath that task. You got drug addicts prone the streets. You got people are fighting drug habits. It's hard to kick those habits, y'all, today. People are sprung out on drugs, bro. People are lost in this world. It's like a matrix, y'all. Y'all don't see the movie that I urge you guys to see, man. The Purge, man. Because all the fabricated lies people believe in, Satan, this is a beast, marking the beast system. Everybody will believe all the lies they hear, man. People don't even hear truth anymore. The world is so lost and it's in the matrix. People don't want to hear truth. People fighting addictions. That's why God is telling us we got to cast all our anxieties on Him. We got to come to God like never before, man. And it's gonna be a lot of your people are gonna be dead, man. Cause they ain't gonna nothing in this time. Nothing they want to hear, man, to save them. So we ain't got time for those kind of people today, man. Let them be lost. Let them be lost because what's coming on this earth, if you're not ready for it, I suggest you get ready. So it says today the so-called Negro must be resurrected and made to know and understand the faint of anyone who will fall or be deceived by the art deceivers. The strongest and most powerful weapons the art deceiver have at their disposal is to deceive the world of righteousness, the nation of Islam. They do not stop at becoming ignorant, but reach also for the scholars and scientists of Islam, who should be aware of their trickery and their deceits. See, this is time, brothers and sisters. This is time not to make peace. Now, you can't even make peace. If you can't make peace with your families, your neighbors, this is not a time of peace. This is a wicked time we're coming into, brothers. You got to understand when Jesus was giving us the hatred of the world, man, keep in mind, the world hated him. The world will hate you. You're a chosen one. Chosen people be hated, man. You gotta keep yourself away from people because they got their dark past, man. They got their dark past. People living in you know what I mean, in their past, man. People don't want to get underneath the light today, man. People are filled with darkness, man. So it's gonna be a time you won't have to move yourself from people, man. They be coming to that phrase, y'all. You want to move yourself from people. People ain't gonna like you, man. Because this the most evilest time. This is the crunch time. And sometimes, man, I tell people, man, sometimes it's best for you to be separate, man. Be to yourself, man. Coming to those times, y'all. See, we are in a world that is passing out of existence now. And you see, she's putting up a fight war today to destroy the nation of righteousness. To be aware to try to oppose the success of Allah's truth only hasten their doom and falsehoods and its teachers. See, the world evil makes its first attack on the world of righteousness, thereby clearly showing itself as being an enemy of righteousness. If she thinks that she has built up a strong enough force to attack the righteous, she does so, which I have said before, hasten her own doom. Falsehood cannot be victorious over the truth in the days of truth. The resurrection is the day of truth. The resurrection is the day of truth as it trumpet over falsehood. The art deceiver forced war against himself. Ultimate aim is to do as the people always have done, to try to destroy the preachers of truth and those who believe and follow him. We see this was the aim of Cain when he slayed his brother Abel. And the aim of the dragon he sought to destroy the woman, the messenger, as it is written, Revelation 12, verse 4. The law-found members of that nation should be taught to know the ultimate aim of this world. So God has visited them and has prepared a teacher in myself to teach them, thereby making it easy for them to understand and recognize this world and its secret ultimate aim. It is even given in the Bible in Revelation 12:9, that it speaks of the members belonging to the righteous nation and shows that through deceits, Satan calls them to become as himself against his truth, peace, justice, and safety, and security, one who enjoyed if he only was not deceived. Under deceits, we see this weak-minded who have no understanding or knowledge of the arch deceivers. The devil, Satan, are made prey in the hands of the arch deceivers. This will bring about war as a showdown between the God of righteousness and the God of unrighteousness, the devils. It already had begun. God must fulfill his promise to show himself as God over all the power of heaven and earth, and man on earth, as it is written, Thessalonians chapter 2:9. Come after working of Satan. We see Satan has been given the power, knowledge, and authorities to deceive as many as he could before the appearance of God, or the universal manifestations of the presence of God. It was given this power in the beginning, according to chapter 2 and 7 of the Holy Quran, according to the Bible, in Genesis 1:26, Revelation 6:4 and 8, Revelation 12:3 and 4. We have known all our life that the devil was a great deceiver, an enemy of God, and that he wished to be the victorious with his knowledge of superior art and deceiving the people of God. He desired to cast them down, disgrace them, and make them accept his deceits before the very face of God and the general resurrection of the dead. The so called American Negro, as I had repeatedly taught in my article, sermon, and lecture to my people, are spiritually dead. They have been touched and paralyzed to death by the arch deceivers through his missionary teachings, his literature, his personal conversation, and by accepting his advice. God has given me a very strong and unbeatable truth that will defend, protect, and prevent you from falling victims to the art deceivers. Read these and treasure them. They are your life. Ignore them. It is your death. The great days, the terrible days of God. We must not forget how we are warned by prophecy for 100 years and for 1,000 years that the end must come to his world. You see, the ruler of this world must be removed, crown must be taken off and placed upon another head, and they will rule in justice and righteousness. The people of this world have now become so wicked and so fearful of the consequences of their own rule until the almost stopless vision is gone and the fearfulness has taken hold of the people. The heads are going to and fro to the nation of the earth to find a way of peace between the heads of the nation. It's a great time, a terrible sometime, a terrible time. The hearts of the people are all beginning to weaken and to fail because of what is going on, or what they see is coming. American people have lived so rich and so joyfully in wickedness, murdering, robbery, and hatred of one another until I harden their hearts so much that they make to think that they can make friends and live on with those upon whom they have no mercy. See, they crushed all the weak nations of the earth with their powers and brought them to the clutches of slavery. See, they forced other nations to bow. They pushed their borders around the earth as the king did in a day and time. But in those days, the king boasts, think over it. See, England made that same boast. See, England used to boast that the sun did not set on an empire. See, take a look at England today. There is no British empire for the sun and moon to set on. This morning, May 30, 1972, the radio news announcer says that they found mines in the Chicago River. This make it altogether more frightening. If a mine should blow a ship up in the city limits, it would be dangerous to the life of the people. Just think over this. The Chicago River runs through the downtown sections of Chicago, Illinois. See, no one wants to frighten the people more. But the frightening the people sometimes does good. The great days, the terrible days, you see, people are just being shot down on the streets, right in their homes, or while walking the streets. They are blown down as though their life are nothing. The great days, the terrible days. America dreaded destiny. America and her people have been here, according to history, since a few years after Columbus, the explorers. She conquered Red Indians, the original owners of the land, who she found here and took it for a home for herself and kind. She has continued conquering until her conquering powers have gone around the earth, affecting every civilized nation submission to her will. She was successful in forcing other people to bow to her will, whether they like it or not. Now it is the hands of God, which is after America, to force her into submission, a hand from which we had no defense, as it is written and prophesied in the Bible under the name of Babylon. Jeremiah 51:25. Behold, I'm against you, O destroying mountain, said the Lord, which destroy all the earth. I will stretch out my hands upon you and roll you down from the rock and make you a burnt mountain. Jeremiah 51:53 says, though Babylon shall mount up to heaven, and though she shall fortify the heights of her strength, yet from me shall spoils come into her, said the Lord. America is under a destruction similar to that of ancient Babylon in the Bible, Jeremiah, Isaiah, and Revelation. Of John prophesies concerning her. Babylon there mentioned is a future Babylon, and that Babylon of the past. America have enslaved all the so-called Negro, and her evil mistreatment of them is similar to ancient Babylon enslavement and mistreatment of the Jews, according to the scripture. See, it took the hands of God to bring the king of Babylon and his people into submission to the power of God. He brought the surrounding kings and the power against ancient Babylon and their prime, the height of her glory, the handwriting on the walls, the casting it down, and his followers into the furious furnace, making drunk the people of God with a strong wine, and then mocking them. So has America done to the so-called Negro. America makes him drunk with wine and whiskey and beer and then laugh at him. She put him to the furious furnace, burned him at the stake while sitting around with her family drinking intoxicant drinks, laughing at the burning flesh of God's people. There is no justice whatsoever, as the Revelation gives it. She made all the world drink of the wine of her fornication. But the end is coming to such evil doing. America have lived in peace so far as forging war is concerned. She had destroyed other people and their towns and cities. She had leveled them to the ground. She still prepared to do the same with her great stockpiles. She says she have enough bombs and destructive weapons to destroy all human beings on the face of the earth 3 times and still have some left. Of this she boasts. But Allah God has said to me that he will destroy America and bring her into her knees in humiliation. The destruction sent to ancient Babylon and recorded in the Bible is the answer to most of what he has said to me will come upon the now rich America. See, rain, snow, earthquakes, fire, these weapons all belong to God. America, how do you fight an army like this? See, the 4 weapons of Allah God cannot be ignored. The whole year had been a year therefore of Allah God pledging America day and night with storms, rain, flood, killing, destroying properties. And now the coming winter, hail had been falling in some places. We see size of golf balls, baseballs, and footballs. The rain continued to fall in places, and a dreadful snow blizzard is now in the working. See, a cold wind is blowing in the north to come against America, as it is written and prophesied in Job 32. Let's go to Job 38, 22 and 23. Have you entered into the treasure of the snow? Have you seen the treasure of hell, which I have reserved against the time of trouble, against the days of battle and war? Earthquakes are now again to be recognized touching America lightly, but nevertheless they are here. Through all of her wealth and preaching of Christianity, she had not been a good Christian herself. As Jeremiah says, arise, get you into the wealthy nation that dwelt without care, said the Lord, which had neither gates nor bars, which dwelt alone. See, this correspond to America. She lives situated between the 2 greatest body of the water of the earth, the Atlantic and the Pacific. And she is very careless. She rejoices in her evil and filth as though she is self protected from the divine hands of God. Jeremiah 50:31 prophesied, Behold, I'm against you, most proud, said the Lord God of hosts. For your days has come, time that I'll visit you. Allah God is visiting America with great destruction, which he hath to pour upon this wicked America, after their mistreatment of the so-called for 400 years. She desired now to deceive them, to cause them to suffer with her, and share her doom. Jeremiah 50, verse 6. My people have been lost sheeps. Shepherd had caused them to go astray. The white and black preachers of Christianity had turned them away on the mountain. They have gone from a mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting place, their native people, and their countries. Jeremiah 57. All that found them hath devoured them. And the adversary says, We offend not, because they have sinned against the Lord, the inhabitation of justice, even the Lord, the hope of their fathers. Since the white man had made the so-called nigger as wicked as a person as himself. Now these are the words that he speaks. They are just as evil as we. So therefore Allah guides against them too. The so-called nigger repeats the same and says the white man is no worse than the so-called nigger. So the white man had opened all his doors, avenues of temptation, lured the nigger in for total destruction. Again, we have a warning to lead a people with whom God is angry, as the people of ancient Babylon was warned to do. Jeremiah 51:45. My people go out of the midst of her and deliver every man his soul, for the fierce anger of the Lord. We see all of the plagues, destruction, and judgment which Allah God used to destroy the wicked and disobedient from the time of Adam until this day will be brought upon America. Then she will be burned with fire. This is the time of trouble that shall bring America into insanity. Let's go.
all-night legal showdown over control of the California National Guard.
That's right. Governor Newsom wants them off the streets. In a few hours, he won in court. But less than 90 minutes ago, a different judge then ruled President Trump still controls the troops, and they must stay for now. Tonight, KCAL political reporter Tom Wade is here, and this is classic move from President Trump. Losing one court, immediately appeal in another, right, Tom?
Absolutely, Susie won, and we've got so much drama playing out in the streets. We have it in the courts, we have it in City Hall. It's just nonstop. So all of this is moving at a dizzying speed tonight. Just hours ago, a judge ruled that Trump broke the law and seizing control of the Guard. Then minutes ago, a second judge ruled the troops still belong to Trump. This battle came after a day-long war of words between Trump's Homeland Security advisor and LA Mayor Karen Bass over ICE raids. Brown boys.
Now, I want you guys carefully watch this video, man. Because I tell you guys, you got black YouTubers, man. And when this thing, bursts into a bursting point, when you realize who your brother is, it's just the ignorancy we have here while we was in America. We've been brainwashed. We've been told lies. We have been told, that we don't have brothers here. You know what I mean? We don't even know who's our brother, who's our true brothers. Let's roll this clip, man, because we got an interesting live, man, and I want to just get to this live stream, man. Let's go.
The Brown boys, the Brown boys, Brown boys.
But listen, let's get into it, man. This right here is from a righteous perspective. So salute to you. We up in this thing. Let's keep it.
Going down here in Los Angeles, basically terrorizing and vandalizing the city. Waving foreign flags while stepping on the American flag, disrespecting it basically. Disrespecting the American flag. And have the audacity to demand U.S. citizen rights when you're not even supposed to be here. Nobody wants you. And the thing is, what drives me so crazy is how they wave their flag. Like, they wave a flag of a country they don't want to live in and disrespect the flag of the country they want to live in.
Hey, I'm so glad to hear a black man saying this. I ain't gonna lie, I'm proud.
I'm not really pleased. I'm not happy with my black people, man, because you never been a full citizen owner. You never been an American citizen. You've been an un-American citizen. And this the ignorant of black people, man. Because we so kind with a race that didn't have, in their hearts to do the right thing. But we get so ignorant, we get so cocky, not knowing who is our brother. So in a nutshell, we had not known who is our brother. We had not known who is this enemy. So in a nutshell, we have percent out of ignorancy. We what they made us to be, man. And people that get on these YouTube are, are so disrespectful when it comes to Latinos, man. We didn't know who our brother was, man. So we was caught in ignorancy. People getting on here and they was not appreciative where they seen the riot that was happening in Los Angeles, how these people was coming all the way from Mexico, holding their, Rasta flag and burning the U.S. flag. See, I'm gonna tell you guys, man, we're in a battleground, y'all. This is a spiritual warfare, and whether you don't agree on fighting and whether you don't agree what's right And see, if this ever happened to you, if you ever feel as they denying your constitutional right, your amendment rights, immigration on really, they're not treating them as their citizen. When they half of them that been here, man, when they own California, Texas, Los Angeles, part of this is theirs. And you get these like hateful black people, man, that have these hateful speech on Latinos, man. There was a time, brothers and sisters, that we don't even know who we were. We didn't know ourselves. We didn't know our kind. We didn't know who our brothers were. So we've been trapped and caught up in a nutshell because we have present our ignorancy. Some of us had not known the right God. Let's go.
Proud to see a black man saying it. Because I say it, and people act like I'm crazy or something. Oh, Kwame controversial. Oh, Kwame like the star stuff. Kwame like, I'm like, am I the only nigga that's thinking like that? So for me, it's refreshing. It feels good to hear other men saying the same thing I'm saying. And maybe I don't know if that's why some people follow me on YouTube. But it happens to me. I'll be scrolling and I'm like, damn, that's exactly what I was thinking. Maybe y'all too cool to be like that or feel like that's exactly what you were thinking. But I'm like, that's exactly what I was saying. Why would you allow somebody to come into your house, act like your house ain't disrespect your house, when their house ain't better than yours? Come over to your house with their flag from their shit from their house when your house better than yours. Can't go back to your house. It's simple. It ain't even nothing to think about. Go back home if that's the way you're gonna come in here and disrespect it. Now, the ones that come through the right way, because remember where you're coming over here. You're seeking a better opportunity. You're seeking a better living situation. Don't break.
See, what they don't understand, everybody that comes to the United States of America, they seek for opportunity. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of people, you know what I mean, dealing with crisis from their hometowns and things. So you come to the United States, there's a lot of people come seeking opportunity. You know what I mean? And the thing that I have, y'all, that not only they rioting, not only you see the vandalists, the vandalize and the graffiti and the looting and things. Not only you seeing that, but it's a whole thing that when they taking your amendment rights from when they taking your amendment rights, your rights, when they making it where immigration don't have no rights being a citizen here in the United States. When they make them kind of laws and tell you that you're not fit to be here, you're not fit to be a citizen here, you know, and I'm gonna say this, man. Like I said in my last videos, man, there was half of you know half of these people that been families that been here since 20-25 years. Some of these people been here underneath the Obama administration. And see, the whole thing of this that I have that black people they are clashing on Latinos, man, not knowing what they have to go through, man, not knowing we all didn't even know who we were because we've been so brainwashed by the oppressors, and that's why what I mean, people coming out and feeling this kind of way, man, about Latinos, man, feeling they shouldn't raise the flag here, they shouldn't burn the U.S. flag, but America's finna burn, y'all. It's gonna burn sooner or later. It's gonna burn, and you're gonna have to realize that you will have to leave this country. People will look at America instead of, you know what I mean, because this was a country where there was free opportunity here. This thing that we had it as Black American people, we had it tough here. We didn't have no comfort here. We didn't have no peace here. Our people in the South were being harassed. You know what I mean? So that being said, y'all, we not completely free. You know, when America don't have a departure today, and she don't have a future today, it's kind of messing up a lot of us today. Like, you know, this is a temporary, you know what I mean, home for you. It's not a permanent place, y'all. It's a temporary place. So all my black people, I want y'all to understand you are standing in the United States of America where it's temporary. It's not a permanent place you have. You don't have no permanent place. God is trying to come in the mix of time. This is why he comes. To reestablish. He comes to inherit your land. Y'all don't understand. This is an old world. We all we doing is passing through it. The old world gonna sooner or later die out. While we waiting for a new world to come in, the old world will have to die out. I just don't agree with a lot of our black people today because they don't know who our brothers. Our brothers fight on the, you know what I mean, on the battle line. We don't know who our brothers, and they come for us next. What you think they gonna do? Let's think about it. They come after us next. What do you think they gonna do? Let's go, man.
Bring your ass over here and turn from that mindset to we can wave a flag and we can burn your flag. No. Then that's gonna make me as an American not have sympathy for you. See, I'm a real American. I ain't like these other niggas. You see that white eagle back there? That eagle means something back there. Maybe a lot of you don't know what that goddamn white eagle is back there. But
That eagle, man, that eagle that he represented, man. That's the patriot. Are you proud? Are you proud of being a patriot? You see these patriotic people. You proud to say to yourself, you proud to be an American patriot. Come on, man. When you got these patriotic people going out here denying citizenship and taking a hall of Congress call you and me from a beast to an immortal to an entity. Are you proud of them taking these laws, the Constitution, when it don't fit your need? Come on. I gotta wake up to see the picture, man.
I'm a real American. Yeah. And damn it, I don't appreciate nobody stumbling.
These people are hypocrites. They are hypocrites in their own, you know what I mean? They are hypocrites. They what the white man made them to be, man. Hypocrite, bootlicker, Uncle Tom, sissy pies. Not going to stand up for what is right.
And burning no flag. Because I feel like the flag is mine. I'm an American, so that's my flag that you burn. Yeah. So I'm lightweight offended by burning, but I ain't lightweight offended. I'm big weight offended that you burn a damn flag that belongs to me. And we got American soldiers that should feel way more upset than me. Because I ain't go over there and kick nobody's ass. I was like, hey, I ate it in bed. Here you go. Go kick their ass. There you go. You need some more bombs and rifles and shit. I'm too big. Here you go. Taxes. Get more bombs, rifles, what they need, helmets. Yeah, I was sitting back here. But I support our military. So they got the right to be way more upset than me. But damn it, you don't get a chance to burn no flag in America and think that's okay with us. And that's how all Americans should feel. It shouldn't be no, you black, you Latino, you this. No, if you an American, you believe on what the ideals of America was founded on, you can't rock with that shit. And so for the Democrats to be sitting back talking about, we gonna stop what Trump doing, we gonna stop him from bringing in troops, we gonna stop him. It's like, are the Democrats anti-American at this point? Can we look at them as American citizens anymore? when all they do is fight for the rights for people to come over to America, to take from us and to compete with us and to desecrate and disrespect our flag. So are they the party for blacks and the party for America, or are they the party that just want to fuck up America?
Were you recently injured in a car accident? Look at this check for $160,000. If you're looking to get money owed for an injury, I want you to imagine you and your family getting that money, because I know a way that you can. Now, before you think I'm crazy, I want to show you how you can get that money you're owed in the next 30 days. Now, if you've
To put men in bathrooms, to put illegals in the crop fields and everywhere else. We don't care that they take over a building or two. We don't care that they stop the Highway 105 flow of traffic in one of the busiest, best states in America. We don't care that they do that. As long as they get out there and pick them up. As long as they build them houses at a cheaper rate. As long as Martha's Vineyard get them to serve some wine, the good ones, clean ones. Then the rest of them, they can be around us niggas. I just don't know. I can't rock with it. I can't rock with what's going on. I'm sorry. And if that makes me up, then that makes me up.
I mean, dumb on top of dumb. I hope honestly, of course, every last one get back to where they should be. Oh yeah.
What's going on, everybody? And have rights. That shouldn't make no damn sense. Y'all bring y'all ass over here illegally, and then
I say go check out his original content. He come with some good content. I've checked out some other videos before, but like I said, I'm here for the mashup. I like the way he mashed the videos together, so I'm gonna be fast forwarding through his parts and getting to the mashup. If you guys want to hear his part, go back and watch on his channel, Black Perspective. Let's see, make sure I'm saying that. A righteous perspective. A righteous perspective.
that you have rights of an American citizen, which is some, bro. And honestly, I mean, I lived in LA for 2 years, so I seen the health care and the Medicare and the welfare system. And honestly, hardworking Americans are paying the bill for all these illegals to have health insurance, to be able to get welfare, food stamps, child care, all this right here. We are footing the bill. The people that are actually tax-paying American citizens are footing this bill for all these people. And they have the nerve to get mad and have attitude and be upset with us for not wanting to continue to foot the bill. But we can barely afford to foot the bill for our goddamn self. But we are paying the bill for all y'all illegal money over here and doing whatever y'all want. Not only are y'all over here illegally making money, y'all illegally not paying taxes. So that means that all this free money that y'all are making, y'all sending this shit back to y'all country does not benefit the American people at all. Sorry, but not sorry. Bro, y'all got to go. Y'all got to go. Now, if you come back the right way, that's perfectly fine. If you come back and you're a taxpaying citizen and all that stuff, that's perfectly fine. I have nothing to say about that right there. The only thing I am speaking on is illegal. I think they have the rights of American citizens, which you do not, bro. And we are not going to keep paying the bill for y'all. Point blank, period. I'm not going to keep doing it. Every time I look at my paycheck, I got to put up on my goddamn paycheck that's supporting y'all. Man, I stand behind Trump 100% when it comes to these deportations. If you're not an American citizen, if you did not come here legally, if your paperwork is not.
Look, Trump don't stand for you. You're a black man here, man. He don't stand for you. So why are you? You know what I mean? Why are you so worried about what Trump is doing, man? See. I tell y'all, man, our black people is so gone, bro. They so gone because when this shit happened to us, bro, when we line up in next, I don't really think he's gonna be talking like how he's talking, man. We get these ignorant black people, man, that make YouTube channels. I tell you guys, man, they come in here, they don't know what they talking about, man. They don't even know how this shit run. They don't even know what kind of agenda Trump is trying to do, man. You know?
Not correct. Your ass need to go, bro. Straight up and down. You got to go, man.
Yeah. More and more people.
Hey man, what he said, you got to go. And I think every American feel that way. I think every American feel that way. How can people feel okay with giving away their money to other people to help lift them above you? Because That's essentially what you're doing. You're lifting another race of people that's low. At the point when they get here, they're going to be above you. They're going to use their tax dollars to help fund them, fund their businesses, and do all these things that's now going to put you as the lowest race in America at this point. Black folks will be the lowest race in America. Just me.
Look, if you don't know by now, we are already the lowest rate here in America. And nobody gave us nothing, and nobody came to us, and nobody talked to us about no restitution. Come on, man, y'all think that because Trump's in the White House, he's going to give something to us? And you get black people on here, man, talking about, yeah, just send these deportation to these immigration, man. They sitting here messing everything up, but they don't realize, man, what Trump did, what he caused, man. You know what I mean? When you don't realize that these jobs is, you know what I mean, these jobs that didn't work, immigration, and you know what I mean, you know, we had work farm, you know what I mean, farmlands, and you know what I mean, work these nice jobs here when they was able to come here to work underneath the minimum wage, which we don't want to work under. But you get half black people don't want to work. So you know, it's like when you understand, man. When this is see people that makes these channels, man, about immigration, man. This is not about this immigration. This is about what Trump trying to do. He want to depopularize the population. This is about depopulation. This is not about, I'm gonna say it again, this is not about immigration. This is about he's trying to depopularize the population, man. And that's what we gotta understand. That's where we up against a beast system. This is where we have to come join each other. This is where we got to tell each other, man. We got to join each other and get together, man, and get together with a, you know what I mean, with a plan. You know what I mean, and not be arguing, fight amongst each other, man. But we got to get together with a plan. Because if the enemy got a plan to wipe us out, man, and we don't got a plan, then our future is at stake. Our children's life is at stake. Let's go.
But I've stopped thinking of Dems and rhinos as Americans. All they do is work against us, KB, especially on moral and religious grounds. Absolutely, Paul. They are against American qualities and values. That's why they attack conservatives so much. Beautiful one in the building again. 50 Kwame Brown bus life representation. Look at me. Look at. Thank you, beautiful one. I hope it ain't nothing my teeth. You are fighting someone else's fight. No, this is my fight, bro. I'm American. I am American. Look at this college. This college stop.
You know. See. I lost all respect for this brother, Kwame Brown. He don't even know, man, that he's an un-American. He keeps saying he's American people, man. He keeps saying he's American. You what they want you to be. But you're not a full citizen on here. Just passing through. You're not an American citizen, because if you're an American citizen, why is every time we look around, black people killed by hands of police officers? When have it ever stopped? When have police brutalities ever died down on blacks? You're not a full American citizen. I'm sorry. For black people put that claim that they're American citizen, we are an un-American citizen here. We are the lowest people of the barrel, man. And no one came to us. Let's go.
Are starting to wait. That has that was we got you started.
Bro, I am trying my hardest to understand why the ICE protesters, some of them, are going around and waving their country flag, but yet they won't go home.
Hey, is she playing Put Your Lighters Up? I'm hearing it in the background. Put your lighters up. Oh man, we got the Negro music in the background. Put your lighters up. Excuse me. She said, put your lighters up. I knew I heard something.
You're burning up American flags, waving your country's flags, but yet you're in America protesting against ICE. I don't understand it. Go back home. Deport them.
They're really protesting against the sovereignty of our nation because they're basically saying coming.
Look, man, Spanish own California, man. Part of California is theirs, man. Why are we sitting here arguing, wasting time, man? Look, man, we're wasting too much time arguing. You know, it's a waste of time for us to get on here, be trying to argue about with another minority people when the right race of people ain't never done nothing for you. Stand up for what is right. Fight for what is right. The time here is short. You know what I mean? This is not a permanent future for you here in America, man. It's not. Let's go.
Excuses no more. Seriously. Governor Gavin Newsom, he needs to be arrested. Liberals, Democrats, whatever you want to call yourself, you do not.
Yeah, what they did to the Kobe mural was evil. It's evil. Hold on. I know LA didn't let them mess up a Kobe mural. No. Hold up. Are you telling me LA let them mess up a Kobe Bryant statue? Man, I might have to go like that sweater there. That's crazy. That is crazy. Some people that's not from here. You know what would have happened if black folks would have touched the Kobe statue? It would have been a nigga kicking his head open. But you telling me some people that can come from another country and come knock over, mess up a Kobe statue? I gotta look this up. That's crazy. Kobe statue damaged in riot.
Vandalized again. The Kobe and Gianna Bryant mural.
Oh man. What the hell Kobe did to these people? It's white and gray. The mural is white and gray. I thought it was a statue, my bad, the mural. I read mural but said statue. What the fuck is wrong? Look at this, man. Him and his baby girl. Just X him and his baby girl out. It was restored and they did it again. This the second time. That's crazy. That's crazy.
We're Phoenix Energy, a family-owned oil company focused on unleashing American oil from North Dakota and Montana. We've already sold over 2.9 million barrels, creating steady jobs for hard-working.
Not like America, deport yourself or allow ICE to deport you. It's simple. These people are hypocrites too because Obama deported way more illegal immigrants than Trump. Where was the outrage? Again, where was the outrage? It doesn't make any sense to me.
It doesn't make any sense. And she's absolutely right. Where was the outrage during the Obama administration when he deported hundreds of thousands of illegal immigrants? Where was the outrage? This sounds to me like you have some people that are extremely wealthy that are paying for this social unrest. They're paying.
That's exactly what happened. Hey boy, you ain't stealing nothing, did you, there, boy? Oh. Hey man, I thought I had to call the popo. He working on the back door. I ain't never seen him before. Yeah, I ain't never seen this one before. I thought he was stealing. He was a new guy. Watch out there, buddy. Yeah, but there's more than some rich guy that has all this phantom money. I know this name George Soros keep throwing around. And he would go broke funding all this stuff. This is a well-organized, well-fueled situation. So it leads me to believe that we're paying for it. It leads me to believe that this is the reason why they hated Elon Musk and Doge, because Doge money has been funneled through so many different things. And it was like a slush fund to pay for this type of stuff, if you ask me. I think it's coming from taxpayers' money and government contracts that is disguised as something else. And they go out and they're paying for all this BS that's going on. So we're talking a lot of jibber jabber, but we're paying for our own demise. We're funding because the LAPD is saying that they've seen some of these characters being shifted around to other different states during other different riots. So in order for you to be that organized, you got organized rioters. There's a lot of money that go into that. They got to have protection. They got to have attorneys. They got to have judges in their pockets. So that not one of these people have ever been arrested. Out of all of these situations that's happened throughout Biden, throughout Trump's first time, none of these people got arrested. These people are going to get arrested for the first time. Pam Bondi is about to put federal charges on these people behind this now because of what they're doing. This is out of control. They got judges, attorneys, they got so-called paid activists doing all this stuff, knowing that they're not going to get in trouble for doing it. Burning down cities, breaking in jails. I think we are paying for this shit. So thank God Trump figured it out along with Elon Musk, so our tax dollars don't pay to tear up the whole damn country. We don't have we always talk about we at war with China, we at war with Russia. I think we at war within. I think there's a half of people think that some white folks owe them money. They owe them something. So they're on some South African type of shit. We're gonna take this shit back. And they're doing it through government contracts and some of taxpayers' dollars. And they're gonna do it by any means necessary. They're paying these people to cause disruptions, in my opinion. That these people are pushing the agenda in in making the world shake up like this. Most people get scared and they give up their rights. Once you get people in fear, they'll willingly say, "Here you go." They'll give up their rights. So that's why every year, every 4 years especially, they push fear. They push deception. And these politicians they at war, but we are casualties of this war. We in the middle of this bullshit. And our money is on the line. We're paying like a, thank God that, like I said, that Elon Musk came along before he had this meltdown, came along and found all this spending, because now nobody's going to stand for their money being abused and used in that way. Putting these type of books in the schools that these kids are reading, like, this shit is crazy. But listen, let's get into it, man. This right here is from a righteous perspective. So salute to you. We up in this thing. Let's get it.
You're about to lose $40,000 for your car accident because you don't know this one trick. Check this out. It turns out.
The Brown boys, the Brown boys, we the Brown boys, But listen, let's get into it, man. This right here is from a righteous perspective. So salute to you. We up in this thing. Let's get it.
Those down there in Los Angeles, basically terrorizing and vandalizing the city, waving foreign flags while stepping on the American flag, disrespecting it, basically. Disrespecting the American flag. And have the audacity to demand U.S. citizen rights when you're illegal. You're not even supposed to be here. Nobody wants you. And the thing is, what drives me so crazy is how they wave their flag. Like, they wave a flag of a country they don't want to live in. and disrespected the flag of the country they want to live in. I'm
Hey, I'm so glad to hear a black man saying this. I ain't gonna lie, I'm proud to see a black man saying it. Because I say it, and people act like I'm crazy or something. Oh, Kwame controversial. Oh, Kwame like to start stuff. Kwame like, God, like, am I the only nigga that's thinking like this? So for me, it's refreshing. It feels good to hear other men saying the same thing I'm saying. And maybe I don't know if that's why some people follow me on YouTube.
Some prescription drug and pharmaceutical prices will be reduced almost immediately by 50 to 80 to 90%. Big Pharma will either abide by this principle voluntarily or will use the power of the federal government to ensure that we are paying the same price as other countries. To accelerate these price restrictions and reductions, my administration will also cut out the middlemen. We're going to totally cut out the famous middlemen. Nobody knows who they are, middlemen. I've been hearing the term for 25 years, middlemen. I don't know who they are, but they're rich. That I can tell you. We're going to cut out the middlemen and facilitate the direct sale of drugs at the most favored nation price directly to the American citizen. So we're cutting out probably the middlemen. It's so important, right? We got to do that. They're worse than the drug companies. They don't even make a product, and they make a fortune. It's very smart business people, that I can tell you. If companies make no significant progress toward most favored nation pricing, which we will insist that they do, so I think I'm wasting time talking about it. We're going to insist upon it. And we'll insist that we're going to help the drug companies with the other nations, because those other nations do a lot of trading with us. They need our trade just like China needed us very badly. They need us just as badly. We will do whatever we have to with trade, just like we did some great things with trade with India and Pakistan. Really helped the situation, very heated situation.
Okay, you see, America, especially North America, we see have entered into a time that was predicted by Moses and a prophet between him and Jesus. We see in the 24th chapter of Matthew, there's a prophecy made by Jesus of the present time of America without mention her name. And referred to the country as a world because this part of the earth is referred to in many places by the prophet, by Jesus himself, as a wilderness. The name America is not yet 500 years old, so the prophet referred to it as a wilderness in a prophecy. It is terrific. I use the word terrible because it is not a thing that can be described as something mild or something that is moving slowly, nor something can be recognized so easily by the common people. It's clear to all who can see that America has reached a stage about which she has always been warned it. She always have wanted to keep it a secret because of her so-called Negro slaves. She never desired for the slave to know too much of what was in store for her because of enslaving and mistreating her slave. She had reared them for the past 400 years, and she knows them, and she knows how they think and how they react to her teachings, and she knows the fear of her. And she knows the slave, but the slave do not know America, the slave master. We see the great, dreadful, and awful day's doom is now in the door and window of America. And as long as the church, the religion of America, as long we see as Christianity works, America thought she would be safe. Because today is one of the most deceiving and upright misleading religions of the world. Allah has taught me that if we carefully estimate everything in the religion of Christianity and designed to make slaves, we see out of black people. Now, Christianity was a red rag and everything was wrung out. Everything were right in slavery for the black man. See, the world knows this now. but the spiritually blind, deaf, dumb American soul called me, to whom I'm calling and appealing to reason. I'm calling them to reason with me on this truth and their own starvation that is now in truth are the self, kind, are the enemy of self. There will not be an end to the Caucasians between black and white Americans and throughout the world until wrong, evil, murdering, deceiving, robbing the poor black man of the earth is destroyed. Righteousness, justice are practiced. This is the day of God and equality throughout the earth. He is to free the black, brown man, the Americans, and so-called Negroes from its deceitful, evil, murderous enemies. America wishes to oppose God in this work of bringing justice and freedom to her once slaves. But this is just what Allah God wants. He Allah wants America to attack him, to get the fight started, to bring his judgment against her with the fullness of his strength and powers. America is bringing about the political gloom. Here we see the politicians unable to carve out a future for America. The plan is deceiving so-called politicians to work against their own freedom, justice, and equality, starvation that Allah God has brought to them. Is making the so-called in high office become the enemy of his own people, freedom, justice, and equality. Such office are held out as a bribe to get black politicians to work against the spread of the truth of their starvation. They are happy and their boss know that they are. To have a place near him in such office just for the purpose of trying to oppose Allah and his messengers and freeing the poor black man who is in the mud. This is causing political confusion, the complete destruction of the house divided against itself. I'm asking in the name of Allah that the American governments agree on the separation of our one slave and their masters. Of course, Allah God is significant. We want a home on this earth we can call home. We do not want to be slave anymore to white people. We do not want to be free Uncle Tom for white people. We want to do something for self and go for self. However, America, with her deaf, dumb, blind politician class of the so-called, will bring a swift destruction upon their heads, along with the doom that is inevitable against the enemy. Brothers and sisters, it is not 20 years in the future, nor 15 years. Let no one deceive you. It is here at our doors now. The dreadful pledge and confusion of America are beginning to boil. The few making it boil will not creed until it boils down to the last of the dread. The present promise of a better future that America is making for the so-called Negro will prove to be false. And all of the false promises to the American so-called Negro will be short lives by both. The time of her doom has approached. America will have to do a marvelous thing of justice, a square deal to turn it back. A fastening show temper the Negro to fill, and evil will not work. It takes justice to work, to postpone the dreadful days of America. America lost a war. Friendship is speeding her doom. I'm afraid for you that you received what the people before you did receive. Allah God is very angry with America and the trichology that she have used on the dead to keep them dead. You are very disappointed to Allah, God, and the original black man who know himself, a very few, of course. The false show of a glorious future that the wicked is put on is at hand. We must remember Daniel prophecy that the end of the war, desolation are determined. But before this happened, Allah God will bless the people with a good time, as he did the people of the past, who wronged themselves, who did not pay attention to the prophet warning amongst them. Allah God destroyed them. They thought that they were fooling Allah God, but Allah God surprised them. He made the people rejoice for a short time, and with a show of great prosperity, suddenly he destroys them. This is the merciful law that Allah God has put in nature. Allah God let a dying person rally before the end. America is going to do the same. America will rally. People think that she's going to have a great future. And then the end will come in that kind of time. America end will not come while she's going around with her head hanging down, with her heart itching and failing, because the things that are coming on her nation. No, she will be made to enjoy good times. See, the stock markets are going up, and lots of shares being sold. Just make any man think that everything's all right. But this is only the deluge before the storms. And the Bible warns America of what happened before her. See, ancient Babylon enjoyed full ruling, a position at her time. But King Darius came against her at the time of her full enjoyment, of wealth, drunkenness, and laughing at the slave that she had made of Israel. See, King Darius came with his army and overcame the sleeping guards, who were sleeping on the security of their life. The Bible prophesies that the enemy would say, "Come, let us go up and destroy her cities that's not fenced in." And they will come from afar. They may come at noon, day, or they may come at the rising in the morning or in the afternoon. But nevertheless, they will come at a time that you thought not. And after the war, enter the end of the war, desolation are determined, and that determined shall be poured upon the desolate. See the Bible, Daniel 9:26 and 27. I want you to know that which will be poured means it is the libation of you, America. If you ever getting back into power again to attack the nations of the earth. See, Europe will be one of the worst war areas of all the world. More dreadful than Vietnam and other places that you are planning on going into. Asia will look like child's play compared to what is going to happen in Europe. The prophecy says, "Whom to a land that's shallow with wings." This means America, skies is filled with planes. Most of the judgment and trouble which are pointed at in the Bible are pointed at America. Please study them for yourself. America right up to date, and with all of her battles with our outside enemy, never lose sight of the inside of her poor old black slave. She does not want him to do anything. She wants him to be deceived. She does not want him to accept his starvation. The Allah God is offering the black one slave here in America. Allah God is offering the black one slave heaven at once. This he has proven to everyone that believes in Allah God and follow me. I am the door. By no means can you get by except you come by me. Prayers will not be heard unless my name is mentioned in them. I'm saying that you cannot get a prayer through Allah God unless you mention me in your prayers. Try it and see. Satisfy that those who know this will bear me witness. I have the keys to your salvation. I have the keys to your hell. I can, if you just let me pull you out of hell and set you into heaven. And I can keep you in heaven. I can keep push you into the punishment of hell. Till you acknowledge that there is no God but Allah. Came the person, the Master Fala Muhammad, whom praise are due forever. And that the Honorable Elias Muhammad is his true servant. There is no escape for you today, my brothers and sisters. The only way is through me, is through Allah God. Me first, for you cannot get to God without getting to me first. The lube before the storm. We see America is trying with all of her might to hinder you from getting you to heaven. You know, America make promises to you, and she makes promises to me, but she does not tend to fulfill them. Some American financial people promise to loan us, we see millions of dollars, but when it comes time to do so, they vanish. But the day will come when we will be able to do the same things to them. See, it's entirely up to them to make good this day for themselves and their people by submitting to the truth themselves. As the Bible says, the Gentiles shall come to your light, your rising. America wants to destroy God and me, and she wants to destroy you by deceiving you against following me. America, lift up all of my hypocrites and advise you to follow them, while she knows that you will be the losers. See what she had done for Malcolm. We see America named universities after him in order for you to follow Malcolm. We see Malcolm turn from Allah, God, and me and start to follow them. America, lift up any one of you that would disobey Allah, God, myself, and come to them. You see how they are doing? Everyone that's the hypocrite to Allah, God, and me. America raised him up for you to follow. America will glorify his name. See, Malcolm was no lover of white people when he lies to them in order to get a chance to fight me. But he was not a lover of them. See, Malcolm was a double crosser. He tried to get to me with the help, as it is written and prophesied that he would do. His name's not written there, the name of Malcolm. In history, another name is used, but his work is there in the history of the hypocrites and the life of Muhammad. He tried to take advantage while Muhammad was sick. Find this in the writing of Washington Irving, and even some scientists, writers of Islam, that can tell you Malcolm history. But the enemy fools you. He did not like Malcolm, but with Malcolm working against me, he used Malcolm. He knew that Malcolm had learned the history of me, was not able to change it. And even if the enemy would glorify them, they would come to an end. For the time as ruling power over black, brown people is up. They knew that better than Malcolm did. They set up for worship all hypocrites against me. Suppose we worship China and Russia against them, but we do not worship them. See, for Allah, God is significant, more significant than all their nations. Allah, God does not see them as a power and force against him. They are so little and weak in their powers. They cannot fight against Allah, God, and win. The more you fight against Allah, God, the more you lose yourself. From the Bible and from this chapter, and from now on, if you do not know that he's tricking you, making you to follow hypocrites, it is your doom. Just watch it. See, he trails me. He goes down to Bahamas, everywhere that he thinks I'm going, or where I have been. See, this is written. I do not fault him for doing what is written of him. I try to do that which is written of me. I do not fault him for what he is made by nature to do, nor should he fault me for what by nature I am. But I fault you if you let this little transgression of this life and our enemy deprive you of a great future for yourself. See, we can buy hospitals and place to educate and train our people into the superior education of the nation of earth. But you'd rather give your money today over to white Americans and let them spend it on what they want to. And they pay you little interest. We offer interest too, the highest of interest. But you do not trust us. So we were built right along without your help. See, we are going to be the winners. See, it's prophesied that we who believe will be the winners. And my work that was prophesied to me before I was born, You see it today. See, try and find a successful one who is working in opposition to me. See, none of you who are trying to aid the devil against me will be successful in doing so. And the devil knows this. He's not trying to do these things himself, only with you. You know that he will not be successful in stopping my progress. Not him, nor several times his number. As long as I'm with Allah God and He is with me, and that will be all the days of my life. See, the subject of this chapter we see is taken from the Holy Quran, Surah 85, verse 5. We do not hope for peace as long as we add to the war that which serve as a fuel to a fire. Fire cannot go out as long as we keep it burning by adding more fuel. See, a dying, burning fire is increased when more fuel is thrown into it. There are lots of people who are so anxious for peace so that they can return to committing that which they lack in love, sport, and play. The world that we live and desire, first of all, to hide the truth, to keep this black man who is made blind, deaf, and dumb by his scientific trichology of the right race, so that the right race can continue to carry on the same deceiving wickedness that they have been practicing. How can we expect peace when the method used to bring about peace is the same method that started the war? Instead of finding the right solution and then practicing the right solution. I said these things for the sake of my own black people, who are so ignorant to the knowledge of the truth of the time in which we are living. What they would like to do cannot be done. Time to even continue to do what you are doing is up. You must remember again the prediction of the Bible. It has foretold these times if we understand the Bible. It must certainly teach us that there is no peace for the wicked. There is no people who preach such a thing as peace and as being true followers of the prophet Jesus, as much as the white Christian do. See, day and night, we see their airways are full of their preaching. See, to hear them, you would think that they are the prophet Moses and Aaron. As the word Jesus put it, it said in Moses' seat. See, the white creatures are great deceivers. Even the white Christians are great deceivers. The Pope of Rome cannot bring peace, you see, to the Christian church, for he is not enjoying peace himself today. So who is that people we see that the Bible prophesies of in the book of Isaiah that he will extend peace to them like rivers? Surely cannot be this present Christian right race. We see, for they are the ones who are breaking the peace. See, fire fed with fuel. See, you leave your own home and countries. See, you go to another man's home and country and make trouble for that people and accuse that people of being the troublemakers. It's the attacker who is guilty of that, which follows this attack. I said to you, my black people, get away from that old misunderstanding of the time. See, you are not living in a time in which you may be inspecting a settlement of the war that will give you what you have always been used to: sport, play, and foolishness. Actually, now is the time that you and I should be rising up to understand that we should think for self and do for self. If you do not know how to do for self, you should follow the man to whom Allah God has given that knowledge to teach you how to do for self. With the ocean filled with the fleets of this white Christian, the sky crowded with their death-dealing planes over other people's territories, could you tell them that they should submit to you for peace? If you are able to force them on their knees or destroy them, then I should say yes. If that was the situation, then I should say that they should submit and let you trumpet. But brothers and sisters, you cannot force them to their knees today. They have been preparing for a war like this for nearly a century. Or what I should say, they have been preparing and working faithfully for half a century to entertain the attacker with the same type of weapons and better weapons than the weapons you are attacking them with. If you resort to worse weapons, they have worse weapons also. So we are in a time when arguments to the country of peace is like heaping fuel on a fire. It keeps it burning. See, we are living in an evil time. And I believe and maybe many hundreds of thousands believe as I do, that the President of the United States of America have good intentions. We took over America when he took over this presidency. But the time we see is against him. For the past 400 years and more, we see a lot of God has already given the prophecy through the mouth of his prophets of the doom of this wicked. Now is the time, and we cannot do anything but take it. It's a danger to add fuel to unwanted fire. We see the fire is the war. The fire is the war. So we see man heart feeling in fear. So we see how true the prophet Jesus says. And Luke 21, we see 25, 26, concerning the present time. We bear witness that the seas and waves are warring. And that fear is now covering the nation as shown by unusual heart failures that is now occurring among man. These are the signs we see at the end of this present world. The seas and ocean are heaving up tidal waves to unimaginable height that man has never seen before on earth. This is another pledge that's upon the wicked. This is why President Zelensky said y'all got fresh waters and oceans. You see, when it comes to the seas and oceans are heaving up tidal waves to unimaginable height that man never seen before. See, this is another pledge that's on the wicked. See, the seas is coming to a Fahrenheit, and not only that, brothers. These glaciers you see, it's going to raise the sea levels to 10 inches. So, what that means, well, if you're living in the coastal land, see, God's going to push the people into the center of the earth. And they're going to realize that it's God bringing their country to another. He's going to push the people. And this is going to regard the coastal land. So if you're living on the coastal land, this is the time that you might want to relocate. This is going to be an active season. These hurricanes is going to make landfall this year. And if you're in the coastal land, I recommend you to relocate, man. Cause this is some serious stuff that's going to go on. And now only these hurricanes it leaves a red net. So meaning that it's going to be more storms that's going to be on its way. Tornadoes, powerful hurricanes, tornadoes. So we see the seas and ocean are heaving up these tidal waves to a magical height that man has never witnessed before on this earth. See, this is another pledge that's upon the wicked. And since the Holy Quran teaches that the judgment will be such that the earth itself will act as though a revelation had been revealed to it, because we see its perfect obedience to the laws of Allah on that day. So Allah will use this power that is in the earth and the sea against the world evil. So the white race think that they have control of the power of the earth, sea, and air. It was prophesied that for a time they would subdue and have the use of the power of the sea and ocean until he comes, who right it is to rule. The heaven and earth belongs to Allah God. Now it is his time to rule. There is much prophecy concerning the terribleness of the judgment of the wicked. The power that is in the water is in the hands of Allah God, to use it against whom He pleases. The earth, the wind, rain, snow, and ice, and earthquakes, and fire are controlled by Allah God. It is a fearful sight to see the display of His power, with a force of nature, bowing and submitting to His will. I shall warn you that this is now come into action against the Western world. There will be the destruction of whole fleets at seas. Those which are capable of lying on the ocean and sea bottom will be destroyed. The die is set with a foolish people, who, like in the time of Noah, could not see the sign of the rain bringing on the flood. Even after the cloud began to darken the sky. See, they did not see the oncoming rain until it actually started to rain. So it is with America. See, they pay no attention to the sign of the judgment that is now taking place. As the Bible prophesies, Revelation 16:9, they blaspheme the name of God, which has power over these pledges. Now, how many in America and the city of Chicago disbelieve, even mock and swear at the name of Allah, who has power over the force of nature, on land, sea, and air? Allah God is now doing as is prophesied in the Holy Quran. We see Surah 13:41, visit on land and curtain it of its size. And the foolish still are foolish, until he is cast to a narrow place, cannot turn to the right or left, as it was with the donkey that Balaam was riding. See, he came to a narrow place between two walls, with the angels will be destroyed. But he could not turn around. He had to stop. He had to be stopped face to face with the angels or be destroyed. We see that's in Numbers 22, 23, and 26. Let it be remembered that Allah God came forth for the redemption to deliver the American black people from their tormentors. See, whether we like it or not, He would do this. See, this is the work of Allah God, which is in effect. Let America use the history of the fall and destruction of ancient Egypt and of Pharaoh. Let the history serve as a warning. They were all brought to nothing for the evil done to a people whom Allah God has chosen for example. In these last days, the lost found black slave and their slave masters. The Holy Quran, Surah 30:41, is perfectly true in its prediction of the present day nation, sea, land. We see power, corruptions has appeared in the land and the sea on account of that, which man's hands has made. The most great mistake that the black man is making today is to trying to hold on to the brief return of Jesus, or that he lived and preached the saving of this white man's world. This is false. Jesus did not preach this. The Bible, Jesus also had a few disciples. Jesus also cursed the Jews, not to mention that he was trying to save them, or Caucasian people. They are teaching a trigonometry that the white man used to deceive the black man. They do this so that our people will not understand that Jesus declared himself against the world of the Caucasian race. The Bible also declared that the words of truth had no place in this right race of people. They have proved this to be the truth by their mistreatment of you and me. The right race had never worshipped any prophets before or after Jesus as a divine man of Allah God. It's against their very nature to do this. See, that is why they kill all the prophets that they are able to kill. They deceive the people against believing in the prophets of Allah God, for they was made in their nature to be the enemies of God and his representatives. For the time is out, they'll be forced into submission to the will of Allah God. This will not be done for the purpose of converting the right race. Allah God will force them into submission to prove that He is able to make everything bow to Him into submission. This is a fulfillment, brothers and sisters, of prophecies to come. Isaiah 45:23, and to me every knee shall bow, every tongue shall swear. See, the Bible says, Matthew 25:32, and before him shall we gather all nations. Holy Quran has a similar prophecy that you shall see all nations kneeling before him. See, this includes everybody, regardless of their color. Everything in the universe obey the natural laws, which was made subject to by Allah God. On the coming of Allah God, He now makes everything bow to Him, whether you believe it or disbelieve it. The Holy Quran, Surah, chapter 382, does not make a difference to Him, whether you are the devil or the righteous. All must bow in submission to the will of Allah God on this day of judgment. We are now living in a day of judgment. Let's go to this